Now we're doing a makeup tutorial for Collingwood School of Dance performances, competitions, anything like that. So you want to start by having your child wash their face and then apply a little bit of moisturizer, just something very light. And then we're going to apply foundation. I like the Revlon Color Stay because even when they sweat it stays on. Personally, I like to apply it with my fingers, but you can use a sponge or a makeup brush if that's what you prefer. And then you just want to blend it all over the face. This is going to help the makeup that we apply to stick and last longer. So if your child has a dress rehearsal and performance in the same day, or more than one performance, their makeup's going to last a little bit longer with this. And it's going to help reduce the shine on their face from the lighting on stage. Remember, this is stage makeup, this isn't daytime makeup, so it is going to look more dramatic than what you would usually wear going to work or something like that. Okay, after you've applied the foundation, you want to apply a powder to set the foundation so that if they touch their face, it doesn't just fall right off. So you can use a pressed powder or a loose powder, and you just want to brush that or pat it or however you want to apply it over top of the foundation. Make sure you get it right into the hairline and into the jawline, the foundation and the powder. And then we'll go on to the eye makeup. Now I prefer to use brushes rather than the brushes that come with eyeshadow. I just find they're hard to use. Remember that your brush size, or whatever you use, should match the size of your child's eyelids. So the younger child have, the primas and younger kids have smaller eyelids, so you want a smaller brush. So you take your medium color and you apply that just to the lid. So this is between the lashes and the crease. Just a medium brown color. So this should be a little bit darker than their natural skin tone. Then take a dome brush or even a Q-tip. Take your darker color and apply that into the crease. Now remember, this is stage makeup, so this has to be dark and dramatic. Reaching up. This is going to help their eyes to look really open on stage, nice and big and bright. I like to just kind of wing it up on the outsides just a little bit because we always want everything to open up wide. Now it's best to use matte colors rather than shimmers. I'm just going to deepen this line a bit on stage. So when you're at the store, if you have a choice between a matte palette and a shimmery palette, pick the matte palette. I'm just trying to create shadows and light to give the eyes more depth. Good. All right. So we've used our medium and our dark brown. Now we're going to use a light color. I like to use a white, or you can use almost like a cream color. White is better though, because again, it's stage makeup. It's not meant to look natural. So you want to take your highlight color, this is your white, put it underneath the brow, because you've got a dark, so now we want to make a light, give it some contrast. Trust me, on stage you're not going to notice how dramatic this is. You will notice though if a student doesn't have enough makeup on. So they're going to look pasty. Alright, take a little bit of light in the corner here. And open your eye, Callie. A little bit light in here. Good. Alright, and now we are going to go on to the eyeliner, which is the tricky part for most people. So shut your eyes, Callie. We'll start with the top liner. I like to start on the outside and drag in because I find the skin wrinkles if you go in and up. So just open your eye, Callie. Now we want this line to start where her lashes are. So if her lashes are here and I draw a line out, this is where my line is going to start. So now she can shut her eye, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line about 3/4 or 2/3 of the way across. Nice solid black line. Again, this has to be really noticeable. On stage, the lighting is going to wash it out. Do it dark. And then we just take this line across in the lashes. It doesn't have to be right against the lashes. So if you find that it's hard to do that on your child, don't worry about it. It's just going to make the eyes look bigger if it's not right up against the lashes, and that's what we want. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So open your eye, Callie. Good. And shut. And I decide on how far out to go based on, open your eye, Callie. Just, if that's the corner of her eye, I take it out a little bit. You can kind of see like with her brow bone. So, and her eyebrow kind of goes out that far too, but some people have shorter eyebrows, so you can't really use the eyebrow to judge, but you can use the brow bone to judge. That's where I take it from. And then we take this along the lashes. Make sure you use a soft kohl black eyeliner, and don't mistake it for a brow liner, because those are really hard. The softer it is, the easier it'll be to apply to your child, and it won't hurt them as much. And then the bottom. This is the tricky part. Sometimes if I'm doing the primas or the young kids, I have them lay on their back and hold something above their head so that they look up at my hand. And so if they're laying down, then I can draw that line a lot easier. The older girls, though, you can just ask them to look up. But if they're having troubles, then have them lay down. So this bottom line should be below this top line and not as far out. It shouldn't be longer. It should be just ever so slightly shorter. And you do not want this line to be right against the lashes. It should be below, because this is how we're going to make the eye look bigger on stage. And it doesn't have to come all the way in either. This is the one that you kind of have to practice, because it's the tricky one, but it is easier on the kids if you don't go right against the lash line.